Should I put a plant here? Shit, I should. Oh my god, that's so cute. Hello everyone, it is I, Lynn, again, and we are coming back with ya for my once in a blue moon favorites video, and I'm gonna be doing one for 2024 yearly wrap up, things I've loved, things I've purchased, things I've watched and read and listened to. There's gonna be clothing, accessories, beauty, tech, home, media. So without further ado, grab your drinks, me and Kayla are ready, and let's dive right on in. A lot of the clothes that I wore over and over again this year were things that were already in my closet. Trying to become more of a thoughtful, mindful consumer, but also it's, I think, a sign of my style maturing and settling. I really just know what I like. And to be honest, I tell people, you know, I think we get caught up in trying to stick to a certain aesthetic, which, you know, can be a guiding factor in you putting together your style, but just wear what you like, wear what makes you comfortable, and you're gonna feel more confident and feel more fly if you have that mindset, okay? I will say, if there's a trend that I liked that came out from social media this year, it's definitely tomboy femme. I don't think I would call my style tomboy femme, but I definitely like dressing a little bit more boyish. And the way I accomplish that is t-shirts, vests, sweater vests, t-shirts with button-down short sleeves. Here are some of the vests I love. I got it secondhand at the Georgetown flea market. I always get so many compliments when I wear this, and I wore it to my best friend's wedding. Congratulations to Vanessa and Amen. I also thrifted this one. This looks great when you're just wearing a tank top underneath and maybe layer a necklace or two. I also got this secondhand. It's Wilson's leather. This is my go-to going out top. You can wear it with a button down, a tank top, a t-shirt, under a suit. I think it gives a nice extra texture and edge. Also snatches me in a really flattering, gender-affirming way. And another thing I picked up from the thrift store is this button down. This was $2. Any piece of clothing like this on top of a t-shirt or a tank top, ooh, I really like it. At the same thrift store, I found the perfect pair of jorts. Shout out to Berkeley Springs, West Virginia. Y'all had some pretty good selections. In a similar vein, I got these cargo jorts in Vietnam, and they got so much love during the summer. I hope knee-length jorts never go out of style. My favorite color to wear is actually blue, not green. A lot of people assume my favorite color is green. This is by the brand You Matter, and I got this a few years ago. It's been my go-to, just throw on top when I'm going over to a friend's house or running errands. It's just a hoodie that hoodies really well. The weight is perfect. I love the embroidered text on the front, and then there's a screen printed design on the back. This launch was specifically for Earth Day or Earth Month. And another piece of clothing that got a ton of wear this year, but it's been in my closet for a while, is this Paloma wool puffer. I don't know if they make these or sell these anymore. I've been getting a lot of questions about it because I wore it exclusively in Iceland since it was so cold. I had no choice but to wear a puffer the entire time. Ooh, let me sell you on this puffer, even though I'm not sure if you can get it. First off, it's really cute color. What caught my eye first was the fact it has a built-in tie that you can wear on the sides or also tie into a bow, and it cinches the puffer in the perfect place and kind of elevates the design, puts a different spin on a puffer jacket without sacrificing the functionality. The sleeves zip off, so this transforms into a vest, which is super duper awesome. I like wearing it as a vest on top of a leather jacket. There's a thick collar, so if it's windy, you know, you can turn it up. It covers up your cheeks and your mouth and make sure you're warm and cozy. And inside the collar, there is a zipper. And then out pops a hood. I cannot ask for a more perfect jacket. I hope it lasts me for forever. And last but not least are my two favorite pairs of shoes. Probably saw this one coming, but these are my black Converse. They're the ones with the cream soles and cream laces. And my silver Cecile Bonson x ASICS collab. I love these so much. Something about them reminds me of the Skechers light up shoes I wore as a kid. For the past 4 or 5 years, I've lived in cities where you walk to get around, you take public transportation. So the footwear I just end up gravitating towards are always the comfy ones. Next up, let's talk about accessories. Accessories need a category of their own in my own mind because I love accessorizing. First off, we have a lot of ties, all the ties. The nice thing about ties is that you can thrift them pretty easily, but I also think designer ties are pretty sick. This one is from Vivienne Westwood. This star one is from a small designer, Scar City. So cool. Obviously, you can dress up an outfit by tying it the traditional way, but I also like the Y2K trend of wearing it like a skinny scarf. I've seen people wearing it as a belt and in their hair. There's just so many ways you can use ties. People also ask me where I get my rings from. So I'll show here where you can find my knuckle ring, my thumb ring. But my favorite piece of jewelry from this year has to be this Sandy Leong necklace. And this is from her Lunar New Year collection. And when I saw it, I was like, I need it. Oh, I need it so bad. I love stars and I love jade. I've always wanted jade pieces for myself as an adult, but traditionally, at least in Vietnamese families, you want to be gifted jade. You just don't want to buy it for yourself. You know, if you're related to me and you want to give me a piece of jade, I'll also give you a piece of jade and there'll be a little trade. This is a more recent purchase. I got this off of ThredUp. It's this multicolor Burberry scarf. And there's also a little bit of tinsel in it, which I didn't see when I was looking at the listing, but I actually like the little sparkle it gives off. I've been wearing way more hats, and the reason why I haven't really worn as many hats in the past is that ever since I got my wolf cut, I just want to show it off, you know? And if you put a hat on, it's just gonna flatten your hair and your bangs and da 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 da. But with my shorter haircut, I've kind of been embracing covering my head with like a little beanie or something. I think it's cute. And I can't find it for some reason. I know it's somewhere in my luggage or in my house, but this JSTOR cap, ooh, the fact that the JSTOR marketing team knows that I exist makes me want to go back to school and be an academic weapon. Thank you so much, JSTOR, for sending me your merch. Am I cool? Or do I just look like Ness? And my favorite bag of 2024, I've had this since 2023. It's my Bottega Veneta crossbody. I realized that one, I like more masculine bags. I don't really love shoulder bags unless it's like a big bag because I just don't like having them. I always opt for a crossbody when I'm going out. And to me, this bag was made for Lynn. It has silver hardware. The leather is not the typical like soft finish that Bottega cassette bags have. I need to treat my things better, but like when I'm out and about and you're like in a bar or at the club, my bag isn't exactly, you know, behind museum glass. It's gonna be slung around and someone might spill their drink on it. And so this is just a lot easier to take care of and it holds a lot of stuff. So yes, favorite bag of all time, this baby. Not much has really changed for my makeup and skincare. For the most part, if anything, my makeup routine has gone a lot simpler. But also, the older I get, I just like my features more. So shout out to my parents for making me hot and sexy. Am I saying this right now? So on a daily basis, what I typically wear is my Fenty Beauty Eavesdrops, a little bit of Milk makeup blush, Shiseido eyelash curler, Clio Kill Lash, and a McQueen New York eyeliner. If you never want your makeup to move, this right here. It's Charlotte Tilbury, so you can have everything blend together. And in one size, if you want everything to stay. I've never been sweatier. It's been such a hot year because hello, climate change. Well, my makeup has been surviving, so that's a dub. I'll take that. This perfume oil that my friend Lincoln got for me when he was in Doha for a layover or something, I don't know. Ever since I've gotten this, it's all I use. And perfume oils last forever. Like I put this on once and then you're gonna be smelling me for weeks. I was in Venice a month or two ago and I was walking, I was in a hurry. You know, I had gone ready in a rush and it was a pretty crowded street and then someone stopped me and said, "You smell so good." And I was like, this unnamed fragrance, when I run out of this, I'm gonna cry. I need to bring this to a perfume store and be like, what's the closest match you have to this? Because I wanna smell like this for the rest of my life. It's so good. Thank you, Lincoln. My friend Jen and I got these at the airport because she convinced me to, and I also think the packaging is cute. A little bit vain of me to, you know, buy something just for the packaging, but it also works really well. This is my favorite scent. It's the one that smells like baby powder. The fact that it looks like a paint tube, oh, I eat that up. Okay, I need a drink break. I've been talking so much. Moving on to tech. I haven't bought a lot of clothing this year, but instead of saving that money, I funneled it all into the equipment I have. I deeply apologize for making this camera go viral and therefore be very expensive online, but my go-to digital camera and party trick is my Nikon Coolpix Square. I love carrying this around because when you're meeting people for the first time or, you know, you're just at a crowded event, you whip this out and people are like, oh my gosh, what is that? So cool. And then, you know, you get to have a conversation with them, also take a photo with them or of them. And I really love the photos this thing takes. It's small, but it's mighty. Nikon, if you want to hit me up, I will gladly put together a pitch deck of why you need to relaunch these, because they would sell like hotcakes. I'm telling you, in the next 10 years, with like the rapid acceleration of AI and the second like technological industrial revolution, people are gonna want to go back to more analog, physical, retro nostalgic things. I got this off of Japanese eBay. It came with the carrying case, so I put it on my belt loop or on my belt, and it's so easy to have on the go. My other tech favorite is my camera setup. I'm not sure if you can tell, but I got a new camera halfway through this year. It was after I graduated. I got my dream camera. It's the Sony FX3 cinema line, the full frame. I was going in between the FX3 and the FX30, and essentially I decided, because I do shoot a lot in low light, I wanted the full frame camera, and it's been a dream. It is so expensive. I cried when I made the purchase. I could never justify getting this camera when I was in college, because I'm like, it's literally like the cost of my tuition. But hopefully you can see a different quality in my videos now, and it's so fun and easy to use. There are more technical things I need to learn with this camera to maximize its potential, but I'm just super duper excited for all the creative and filmmaking things I get to do now. And my last tech item, which I think is more of an accessory, but I'm gonna count it as tech because it's attached to my phone. It's my Smisky Hipper. I got it while I was in SF, and I was super excited because Smiskies are my favorite gacha, and I really liked every single variation of the Hippers. But honestly, this one is the best because it's ergonomic, so I can hold it in between my fingers, and it also props my phone up at the perfect angle when I want to look at YouTube videos while I'm eating. Dang, I like so many things. We're only halfway through. Next up, we're gonna do everything media, so books, music, TV shows, movies, etc. I'm happy to be back in my reading era. One of my favorite books of all time, Cold Enough for Snow by Jessica O. Mother-daughter relationship, they take a trip to Japan. The importance of objects in telling a story. Underrated book. I highly suggest this if you're looking for a short read. It's not an easy read. I feel like you have to process a lot of things. I honestly don't think I can put my feelings for this book well enough into words. The Sword of Kaigen by M.L. Wang. It's samurai, a woman warrior, motherhood, you know, love. If you like fantasy, you need to read this book. You should have read this book like yesterday. Chain Gang All-Stars by Nana Kwame Adjei-Brenyah. A book where the prison industrial complex is imagined as esports. Pretty honest and gruesome telling on the US prison system and also the criminal legal system. I love how Adjei-Brenyah switches between different perspectives. His cadence of writing changes with each perspective, and part of his storytelling is also using a lot of citations and footnotes of legal documents, the Constitution. The way it ended like kind of destroyed me, but if you know me in real life and you've read this book, come to me and can we please talk about it? Intermezzo by Sally Rooney. This is my first Rooney book. Got this while I was in Iceland. I have the UK cover. What are they doing with the US editions? Seriously. But Rooney's writing style is so good. She's so good at writing. And as a 20-something who is navigating like the big questions in life, I think the thought processes of the characters and the way that Rooney chooses to describe and illustrate them, it's really, really good. Also, as an eldest sibling, I definitely related to the older brother a lot, even though both of the brothers are very much flawed. So it made me question a lot of things about myself. And I don't have a physical copy of this, but I really enjoyed Book Lovers by Emily Henry. Oh, I just love a good rom-com, good banter, a little bit of tension, yearning. This has exactly that. And I like how Emily Henry chooses to take these tropes in romance novels and just really go above and beyond with them, with the characters themselves making fun of the tropes that they're being subjected to. I think it's really refreshing. Music! If I talked about all the music that I liked this year, it'd be too much. This video would go on for hours. So I'm just gonna limit myself to the albums that were released this year. Albums that I liked as a whole. My one special mention that is a song is gonna be Strategy by Twice featuring Megan Thee Stallion. My favorite K-pop song that's been released this year. No doubt, and Meg's feature on it is perfect. I love that Meg and Twice collaborated with each other on their own songs. So they had the Twice feature in Mamushi, and Meg's feature on Strategy is wonderful. Love the dance, love the concept. And another special mention, because I love Twice so much, is Rush from their release earlier this year. This is one of my top songs on Spotify, and I think it's a B-side that is overlooked, underrated. Rush is so good. Oh. Access All Areas Unlocked by Flo. I don't think anyone is doing it like Flo. Hello. I just bought tickets for their North America tour. Super duper excited to see them perform this album live. Alligator Bites Never Heal by Doechii, Boiled Peanuts, we have Wait, we have Catfish, we have The Nile is a River, we have Nissan Altima. The Tiny Desk that Doechii just did, amazing. And her Colbert performance, amazing. I just love it when musicians are multi-hyphenate. They're writing their songs, they're behind the production, they have a story for the performance and like the outfits. It's just like, ooh. Doechii is just that girl, you know, she's just that girl. And I'm very happy that she's getting her flowers with the Grammy nominations. Lin's Summer 2024 was soundtracked by 2 albums, which I feel like are the 2 sides of my summer personality. One being Brat by Charlie XCX, and then Charm by Clairo. I'm very honored to say I went on both of these tours and saw these albums live. 2024 was a year for really good pop. And last but not least, I can't overlook this, is RM's Right Place, Wrong Person. I like it when K-pop groups, when they have their solo careers, really hone in on their sound and their artistry. And I feel like that's what he's been doing with Indigo and this past record. And he also featured one of my favorite rappers, Little Sims. I love 2 TV shows that come to mind that I enjoyed. Arcane. I recently just finished both the seasons in one sitting. I'm so sorry for being so late to the Arcane train. I am blown away by the team behind Arcane. The art, the animation is insane. And it's been a while since I've watched a TV show where the characters have these insane arcs, so many facets to themselves, and it's only been 2 seasons. It's just been a roller coaster of emotions watching these characters go through all the shit they have to go through. And the last category of today is home. If you can't tell by my bedroom, I've really been liking stripes. This striped tapestry, and also this striped pillow. I actually have 2 of them. I have one on my couch and here on my bed. I've really loved having my friends' artwork around the house, whether it's photo prints or illustrations, graphic design. And with the big move, it was so easy to make this apartment feel like a home because I have so many of my friends' art pieces. If there's one favorite thing from 2024 that I got to do, definitely spend time with the people I love and hang out with some of the most creative people on the planet. And I have always loved hosting. Like, just let me put on an apron, let me cook a whole 7-course meal and have my friends over so we can chit chat, eat, you know, catch up on life. That's my favorite thing to do ever. And for my housewarming, I decided to open this fried chicken shop. And I took it a little bit too seriously, but I had a ton of fun doing it. And some things that I'm glad I had on hand. I got these lunch trays from Muji while I was in Japan. And I also got these carafes for water. Still holding onto my dream of being a cafe owner. Some things don't change. I also recently finished this puzzle by Good Fortune Puzzle Co. They work with artists and illustrators to create these puzzles. This one is of Ho Chi Minh City, and even though it's only 504 pieces, this took me a while to complete. It was kind of hard. The illustration is so detailed, so each little puzzle square is something different happening. And a true sign of me entering the post-grad adulthood era is I love coffee books, art books. I do keep these on my coffee table, but I also look at them for inspiration. This will never change about me, but I love physical media. So, you know, vinyls, CDs, cassette tapes, books, physical books. I don't own an e-reader, and I like the tactile experience of flipping through a magazine and finding a color palette or illustration that I like. And those are my 2024 favorites. Please let me know your favorites as well. And if you have overlapping favorites with mine, in which, you know, I must commend you for your excellent taste. I'll try to link as many things as I can in the description box. And if not that thing, something similar. But yes, happy holidays. I'll see you in the next video. Mia and Kayla bid you farewell. Bye bye.